This is the Come Up on Lifestyle Network. Make sure to listen to us on our podcast platforms on iTunes, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Music, and iHeartRadio.
What's up, guys? This is Allah with the Lifestyle Network. Today we have an amazing group, NBE. Man, I'm just super excited because as you can see, this group showed up, and they showed up in numbers. They're from Fort Myers, and nobody is better to explain what NBE is but NBE. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. RL Tape. Tape, what's up, man? Talk to me.
What's going on, brother?
How do you stay inspired together?
Individually, you got to have that drive and that grind to push through. So we kind of let that, our own individual drive, float off onto the next artist, so that everybody in the camp, and trying to keep them, motivated to keep doing music, keep them focused, still busy, still, streaming, still recording. Just overall collective, man, it's hard because you got so many different personalities trying to put into one pot and make it blend. So that right there by itself is just almost unheard of. Hard to do in this day and age in the game.
Now, Tape, I know you have you're an entrepreneur as well. How do you manage to keep all that balance?
I mean, it's a constant struggle because, you only got 24 hours in a day. So with that being said, me trying to run two companies, NBE being the third company, going to school, trying to finish up my bachelor's degree, it's a whole lot to deal with it at one time. But I think I managed pretty good with my time. I would like to do more, record more, but running two businesses is definitely puts a strain on the time that you can put directly and dedicate to your craft. So definitely it's a struggle.
I'm going to shift over to King Judah. He's committed to his music. And what I love about it, it brings the East Coast, Midwest, a little bit of West Coast, all in one. So what I really want to know, Judah, like when did you notice that you're going to be, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
I've been doing music independently for a long ass time. I'm 33, so I'm not young. So just going through the ups and downs of trying to stay relevant in the music industry is what made me really focus on now, because I've been through the downs and ups of it, you feel me? So, when I made my first $100 on music, I knew it was something that I'm never gonna let go, you know what I'm saying? That's free money. So, I write now, me and Tate, we build no budget just for the focus of teaching the artists how not to stumble through the steps we made, you know what I mean? And can start at a certain level where you understand the game. So it's that's what made me want to do this whole particular situation, is just giving the game that nobody ain't gonna give you. How to not stop doing free shows, how to stop putting $200-300 in the studio and not getting no return in a year of your music. It's just giving the game of how to build a solid base, you know what I'm saying? And just teaming up with Tape, and as you just heard, he got a business aspect to the game, so it's like the mesh. I got the drive. I know how to get out in the streets, make the connections, bring it back to the home base. Tape has the business-oriented mind. So when we fused together and we sitting down doing the project, it was like, this shit feels so real that we might as well be legit, you know what I mean? It was a statement we'll say, if you're talking to your friends, if you ain't talking about LLCs, stocks and bonds and investments, every time we sit down and think of something, bro, we try to put it into drive and motion. And this was one of them things, and we built it from an idea to a full establishment, you know what I mean? We knew if we have artists that's on the roster that can get to the point where they driving like we driving, it's nothing but success, because you off, it's like starting off college, you already got your bachelor's, you know what I'm saying? You getting all the game at the beginning. Each one of the artists individuals, you know what I mean? It's no group, we're not all on one song and all that, it's just individual grinds at a median start point. everybody here talented. You know what I mean? So when we looked at our talents combined, then we started seeing the roster build and build and build. It was hard to not say this is what we want to do. You know what I
There's a
mean?
lot of talent over here.
Too much.
I got a chance to listen to my man in TD, and he is no joke. You don't like he's the real deal. He's got some amazing talent. He's got you know, you're here with us today on a show talking about you and your music, but it wasn't always peaches and cream for you. You've gone through some serious shit in the beginning of your life.
Well, the past experiences that I've been through, I really don't try to forget about them. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, being incarcerated helped me channel a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Being in a cell all them years, you know what I'm saying? So it gave me the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, really channel that anger that I was lashing out, the pain and stuff. So I use it, you know what I'm saying? And I put it into my music, and hopefully people gain out of it and learn from it, from experiences.
What kind of style would you say your rap style is?
I mean, I try to keep it as real as possible, man. If I could compare myself to anybody, it would have to be Boosie, because, you know what I'm saying, whatever song he's on, he's going to tell you exactly what's on his mind. He's going to tell you exactly what he's been through. He's going to tell you the story. You know what I'm saying? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to tell you the real story. So that's how I try to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're doing all the right things now. You're surrounding yourself by a really good group here. Where do you see yourself as a musician in the next 5 years?
I see myself, if not leading Florida, you know what I'm saying, leading my city, you know what I'm saying. I put a lot of effort into my music. I put a lot of passion, and you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying is what I've really been through, is what I've really seen, is what I've really done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists can't say that. And they helped me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Not personally, but just for me looking at their music and watching them doing shows and watching them dropping content, it pushes me. So I just thrive off of that. And in the next 5 years, I see us really doing a lot of pressure.
So, Blue Note, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Amazing, amazing. So, tell me about the name, Blue Note.
Well, Blue is actually a family nickname for me. That it stems from, I've been called, actually Lou, I've been called my entire life. Note is because of the fact that I'm not only a singer-songwriter, but I'm also a writer. I write thought pieces, I write about various things, poems. So when I thought of the moniker, I actually used to be Mahogany Blue. And it was like, I kind of wasn't feeling that anymore. I wanted something that didn't have to separate myself whenever you heard my name. It may be from something I've done as an article, it may be a song that you've heard, so I wanted to be able to be me everywhere I go because that's who I am. So Blue Note came to life.
So, how did you get a chance to meet with NBE?
Originally, Tape is actually like extended family. So I met originally through him, and then we all just obviously got to know one another. I met T Glizzy the most recent because he just came on the most recent. But it just kind of blended in that way. We all got to know one another, and obviously they were already doing music before I came into the team, so I was aware of that factor. There's some things with me with marketing and things like that that, you know, I have knowledge of a background in, so we just kind of start finding each other's strengths, both in and outside of the music, and trying to collaborate like that as a family.
So it was brought up by Judah that, you know, you kind of bring back like the Erykah Badu persona. What made you get into that type of style?
Well, for one, I guess I'm of that era, you know. It's funny because I've been hearing that for years. You know, I wear head wrap. I've been doing that forever. That's actually something that I inherited from my mom. So, you know, I was around 20 years ago, 25 years ago when Erykah first came out. So, you know, when that whole neo-soul movement came in, you know, Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo and Maxwell and all of that, that was my speed. Not to mention, I'm a lover of all music. So I consider myself a soul musician. There's soul in rock and roll, there's soul in, rap, there's soul in all of that. So if it's something that I can relate to, I kind of flex a little bit, and I think that's why I get associated with her as much, because she kind of has that same vibe. You might catch her rapping, you might catch her singing, she might come off a little silly and cool, and sometimes she comes off like a queen, and you better respect me because, that's what I am.
Okay. Mitch Jones.
With the two phones. That's what they say. Yeah.
So, man, I've been hearing a lot of great things about you from Judah and Tape. I've actually gotten to check you out on Instagram too, like you're constantly dropping songs. What motivates you to do what you do?
I think it's just a little thing, like you get inspired from the moment, like, music is life when you're going through a certain perspective in your life and you throw on this track and it speaks, volumes of what you're going through, or constantly you hear like beats in your head and you just know like music is your passion,
Tell me about your kids. How many kids do you have?
I have an 8-year-old little girl. I have a 5-year-old son, and I'm expecting in about 2 months.
So you're putting the family together.
Yes, sir.
You're putting the family business together.
Yes, sir.
How do your kids motivate you to do what you do?
I mean, it's just instant as a mother. From the time you hold them, hear their first cry, participate in the first game, you just hit the ground running. It's nonstop for us. We got to do 5 things at once. Wash dishes, help with homework, like we can't take any breaks in life,
So it's pretty obvious you haven't had an easy upbringing, and you're basically trying to avoid from having your kids to go through that same process that you went through.
Yes, sir.
Right? How are you doing that?
Basically, you try to give your kids a life that you never have, but sometimes we think it's materialistic things, and it can be the craziest thing sitting there drawing with them. My son, he loves to fish. I do not like to fish at all. I find it very disgusting, but sometimes you got to do things that you don't like in order to sacrifice and make your kids happy.
So let's say you have all the money, the fame, the power, everything you've ever asked for from this business you're in. What is the next step? What would you do with all that?
What would I do with it? I would definitely invest into, the Child Protector Service system. People kind of sweep it under the rug, like a lot of these kids, they're not being taken care of the way they should. For example, the Gabriel Fernandez kid, it was so many times where he should have been taken away from his parents, and they kind of sweep it under the rug, and they're not being held accountable. I would like to invest money into, like investigating the CPS people as well, so they can kind of take it into consideration, like, these kids' lives are in our hand, and we're failing them,
I understand. So right now I have a very special guest with us here, part of the MBE group, T Glizzy. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. Coming up into this business, as I said before, it's not an easy one. It's a cutthroat business. There's so much congestion of competition. How do you separate yourself?
Really, I just stay in my own lane. I do my own thing. I don't copy everybody. I just, stay to myself. You get around everybody, you try to do what everybody else do. That's how you get caught up like everybody else. Why you want to be like everybody else? Nobody want to be like everybody else. Be yourself. Everybody got to look in the mirror one day, and you going to see yourself, man. At the end of the day, you can't change yourself. That's who you going to be. That's who you going to be.
Now, in terms of childhood, when did you know you're going to be an artist?
Really, music was never my thing. It was my older brother. That's why I really make music, really, because he locked up right now. Like, really, he be back and forth to jail. Like, I never see him, never. Every time he go in or come out, I go in. So, really, he in right now, so, I'm out, thankfully, But I do music for him. He never was good, he played with it, whatever. So, one day I went to the studio with him, laid down some. He was like, oh, he got potential, He hyped me up, so kept doing it. He got locked up, so I kept pushing it. He would call me, make sure, like, let me hear something. If I ain't had nothing for him, he'd be mad, whatever. So I did it for him, really.
Is that your motivation? How do your parents feel about your art?
Really. My daddy ain't there, you know, it's just my mama. My mom work, she got work 2 jobs, you know, she put in work, you know. She don't never really got time to come out, but she do support, she do for sure.
From the Bottom, you have a song called From the Bottom. Tell us a little bit about that, what it's about.
From the Bottom is actually an EP. I recently dropped, you know, about 7 songs. Really nothing, you know, it's just about my struggle, like where I come from. Not really, I'm really from Boston. I moved down here when I was about 5. Came down with my mom, she had a couple charges where we was from. So we came down here, but I've been down here since I was young. I don't never really claim Fort Myers, but you know, that's what you could say raised me, whatever. So, you know, I talk about Fort Myers, a lot of people in the city, you know, that's where I'm from.
So today we also have another special guest here on the Come Up stage, Just B.
Hey.
You know what my first question is going to be. What's Just B? What made you put that together?
Well, my name is Bianca J. Russell, but you can call me Just B. The reason why I chose that as my artist name is because I'm plugged into so many different aspects of art. And the idea behind that name was really to inspire people to understand that you can literally do anything. I'm a painter, a singer, a songwriter, a poet, and people are always like, well, how do you do so many things? Like, anybody can if there's the will there. You just have to allow yourself to just be. So that's where that came from.
So when did you realize as a artist that you actually have all these talents? Because obviously you're not just a singer, you're a dancer, you're a painter. So obviously all that had to come into you to recognize at one point. When did that become recognizable that you're like a superhuman being?
Well, I'm very blessed that at a very young age that I was able to be a part of a performance art company. I was asked as little as 4 at a summer arts camp what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I said I wanted to be an artist, and I did like a whole monologue with a paintbrush at 4, saying that I wanted to do this, and my mentors from that time began to pour into me, buying me paint supplies, putting me in dance classes. I was blessed to be on scholarship at this school, Color School of the Arts, that they would just pour all this energy into me and really like hone my craft for me. So it was just of me, it was poured into me.
Are you, aside from art, do you work?
I'm a working artist.
So tell me, what do you do for work?
I teach dance
cool.
at about 4 different studios. That's my main thing. I take commissions for my paintings. I illustrate books. I do things like that. And then the music is really something that I just started doing in the past 5 years or so. So it's like the least profitable art form that I have right now. So I'm working to like bring that up now.
So going back to the art itself, the music video, what is that about?
The music video I have out now is called Appraised. And at the time, a friend of mine was going through a time where she wasn't being treated well by someone she cared about well. And it put me in a place to like really think back about my experiences and my relationships, and I wrote this song called Appraised, and it says that if I let you in, don't tear down the work that I've put in. And I shot it in my own home with all my art on the background, and it was really just a reflection of like when you allow people to come into your space, if they don't respect your space, it's up to you really to create that boundary. Because anyone could come over and knock all your shit down. Like, anyone can do that if you allow them to, but only if you allow them to. So that's what the music video really was portraying.
If there's one thing that you want the viewer to take from your experience, what would that be?
To just be, for a lot of my life, I suppressed who I really was, and it literally got me nowhere. Because I was trying to fulfill the expectations of other people, my mother, and my mentors. But when I really allowed myself to do the things that I enjoy and express myself in the way that I like to, my gift made way for me.
So, you know, Judah and Tape, I know you guys have a music video that you just put out called Red Bow. You know, I personally got seen it, played it several times. I kind of get an idea of what it's about, but I want to leave it up to you guys to let me and my audience know about what's Red Bow. What is that? What is that representing?
When me and Tape sit down, we just make stuff, you know what I mean? Like, normally Tape always bring me the hooks and stuff. I mean, different concepts. He keeping the fire going on. This particular time, I was sitting down and I was just going over some bars, and the particular hook, it just didn't sound right for me. You get what I'm saying? And like, Tape always give me the hooks all the time. Boom, just kill it. I said, bro, I'm finna sing you something. I sung him some, and I know he got that harmony type vibe to it. And when he sung it back to me, the hook was just golden, you know what I mean? It was just, anybody can get on this song and just go crazy with it. You know what I mean? He sauced it, and I was dealing with Mike Smith at the time, so it was like perfect timing, really. I hit Mike Smith up by sunning the track. Originally, me and Tape were just on the song. He had a whole full verse on it. And this is why I like deal with him so much, because the song was done. He had a verse, I had a verse, he did the hook. And then when I sent it to Mike Smith, he was like, bro, I need to get on that. So I hit Tape up, I say, bro, what we gonna do about it? And he was like, man, I'm on the hook, put him on the first verse, and you take the second one, we gonna float it out like that. And even by minimizing his position on the track, to me, he stood out like the most because the hook is what said it. You know what I mean? Red Bow, everybody got that mind state where they trying to like symbolize and buy this moment of freedom. Like, and that's what Red Bow was. Whether it's buying your mother a car, a house, or just being at that moment where it's like, this is the go point. So Red Bow became like an anthem for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
That's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and pull up Red Bow so we can all watch it. And I think we're all going to have a very positive outlook on life after we watch this video. So let's go ahead and pull it up and watch it.
Yeah. It's okay, mama. I got you. Your son got you. Uh-huh. Either way you look at it. It's mama, don't cry. Bless you with that red bow. On the new thing. Mama, don't cry. Key to your own name. It's all yours, baby. Yeah. I told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes.
I told my mama we gon' be alright, and I ain't lied to her. I swear to God we gon' be alright. This one here for them sleepless nights, for them times that they cut our lights off, we couldn't see at night. Somebody knocking on the door, don't answer, that's Rent a Center. Then they tryna repossess a nigga. No crackers know how to stress a nigga. You miss 1 or 2 payments, they don't even try to help a nigga. For all them times we went to Walmart, we had the grocery shop, and walk home with the grocery cart. For every time that we had debt, and we ain't had it yet, and mama had to write a bad check. For them times we was homeless, and we used to sleep in that blue Cherokee Jeep. This one here for the hard times, we gon' ball now, man I promise we gon' all shine.
Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes.
Car won't start, lights in the rent due. Grab around 6 years, she probably want a ring too. All this pressure, tell me what them fuck the diamonds. Somebody gotta be lying, cause all I'm doing is grinding. When you're standing in the belly of the beast, it's hard to make it down. Mama praying for me every time that I leave the house. Niggas telling me chill, but don't know how I feel the how. 1 foot out, but still busting on the out. I'm from a city, niggas hate being dead, bro. You either rob them niggas selling or you sell coke. Finally living right, did 100 wrongs. These real raps, man, these was all prison songs. Yeah, I got niggas that ain't even coming home. Boogie call 15, got 100 songs. I know my money long, sorta like a license. Dirty gang shit, you can probably lose your life in it.
Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. We gon' ball till I get it. Till then, you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. We gon' ball till I get it. Till then, you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then, you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes. Told my mama that I love her in a minute. Tryna put that red bow on that new thing that's tinted. Fuck if it's rented. And we gon' ball till I get it. Till then, you can catch me in the kitchen doing dishes.
Wow, what an amazing video. To be honest with you, it motivates me every single time just because I want to buy my mama a Lambo or a house with a red bow on it. I mean, it's a super cool concept. It's a super cool video. NBE, I want to thank you for being here with us today. I want you to know that you guys made a huge impact on our show because there's not just one story, there's 7. And I'm sure you guys are going to continue to grow. You're going to continue to expand your team. You got an amazing leadership here, Judah and Tape. You know, they put this thing together for you guys. They made sure this happened. There's a lot of things in the behind the scenes that you guys don't know about that they made sure happened. So I just want to make sure that I want to thank each and every one of you guys. My name is Allah Harrison. I am the CEO of Lifestyle Network and executive producer of the TV show The Come Up. I want you to stay tuned because this is just the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning for all of these artists, and we will have them back here next year to see what the progress is. I want to thank you for watching and have a great night.